Ava told me to hide the fault.
When Liam said it, the whole courtroom seemed to go silent. I stared at him, my only brother. For a few seconds, I prayed I'd heard wrong again.
What did you say?
The defendant will remain silent.
I barely heard him. Liam, look at me. He didn't. His eyes stayed fixed straight ahead. The prosecutor continued.
Mr. Reed, you handled part of Flight 217's maintenance inspection, correct? Correct. Did you find an abnormality in the cargo hold wiring?
Liam swallowed hard.
Yes.
The gallery stirred. I kept my eyes locked on him. So he remembered. He remembered everything. And the blurred argument in my head finally started taking shape. Before takeoff, I had gone to confront him. I remembered being furious. I remembered asking why he hadn't reported it immediately. But everything after that was still broken. The prosecutor asked,
Was the issue serious? No.
My hand clinched.
The wiring showed abnormal readings, but that didn't necessarily mean a real failure. So you believed the plane was safe to fly? Yes. Then why did Ava Reed get involved?
Liam looked up, but still not at me.
Because she knew. She told me not to make it a big deal.
It felt like a fist slammed into my chest. The word burst out of me. I never did. The judge warned me again, but Liam kept going.
She told me to sign the release as fast as possible. She said the flight couldn't be canceled.
I almost laughed. Not because it was funny, because it was insane. I'd lied for him his whole life. When he broke something, I made excuses. When he messed up, I cleaned it up. I even helped him get his job at Polaris. And now, he sat on the witness stand and calmly pinned 186 lives on me. The prosecutor stepped before the jury.
Why couldn't the flight be canceled?
Liam said nothing, so the prosecutor answered for him.
Because Flight 217 was part of Captain Ryan Cole's final evaluation for chief pilot.
He turned toward me.
And the defendant, Ava Reed, had been dating Captain Cole for 5 years.
The murmurs grew louder. I already knew what came next. And sure enough,
Did your sister care deeply about Captain Cole's career?
Liam answered quietly.
Yes. More than safety regulations?
This time, he paused even longer. Then he said,
Ryan's career always mattered a lot to her.
I stared at him.
Liam,
My voice shook, not from fear, from rage.
why are you lying?
He finally looked at me, just once, then looked away.
I'm not lying.
Look at me and say it.
His lips moved.
Everything I said is true.
In that moment, I understood. He wasn't going to help me. Not today. When court adjourned, the marshals took me out a side door. Reporters had already packed the entrance.
Ava Reed!
Did you ask your brother to hide the fault so your boyfriend could get promoted?
Did you knowingly fly an unsafe plane?
Did you ever think about those 186 people?
Camera flashes exploded around me. I didn't need to see tomorrow's news to know the headline. First officer risked passengers' lives for boyfriend's promotion. I lowered my head and got into the car. Before the door shut, someone screamed from the crowd.
You don't deserve to be a pilot!
That hurt worse than murderer. I closed my eyes. But the release form came back to me. My electronic signature. If I didn't sign it, who did? At the same time, Noah sat in the accident records room, reviewing Flight 217's release logs again and again. Nothing on the screen looked unusual, until he pulled up the timeline. Ava's internal log. Electronic signature created. Flight release approved. Noah stopped at the timestamp, then pulled the boarding records. He placed both timelines side by side, his brow heightened. Ava was already inside the cockpit when her signature was activated, and the release came from a different terminal. Someone used her credentials. Noah stared at the screen, then saved every record. The next day, court resumed. The second I sat down, I noticed Ryan watching me. His eyes were cold, colder than yesterday, like he was waiting for something. The prosecutor stood.
Your Honor, we have another set of evidence to submit.
The screen lit up. The first photo made my whole body freeze. At night, an airport parking lot. I was wearing a cap beside a car. Noah stood across from me. Then the next photo, I pulled out a document envelope and handed it to him. The third photo was even clearer. The night before the accident, Noah and I met in secret. The courtroom exploded. I whipped around to Ryan. His face had gone dark. He stared at the photos, then slowly turned to me. In the eyes I knew better than anyone, only one thing remained: betrayal. So in his mind, I had betrayed him first. Ryan looked at me like I was a stranger. The photos of Noah and me in the airport parking lot still filled the screen. I knew what Ryan thought. I never got the chance to explain. The prosecutor turned to the jury.
We now call members of Flight 217's crew.
The side door opened. Claire Dawson entered first. Flight 217's lead flight attendant, and Ryan's ex. She wore a sharp, dark suit, not a hair out of place. Even in court, she looked as perfectly composed as I remembered. As she passed Ryan, they exchanged a quick glance, then she took the stand.
Mrs. Dawson,
The prosecutor asked.
what was happening in the cabin after the accident?
Claire's face turned grave. It was chaos. Soon after the cargo hold exploded, every cabin light went out. The gallery fell quiet. No one knew what was happening. Passengers screamed, unbuckled, and tried to rush the front. The plane was shaking so badly that people were injured in the panic. I closed my eyes. Darkness. Screams. Alarms. Faint sounds crawled up from somewhere deep in my memory, but I couldn't hold on to them. The prosecutor continued.
Did the cockpit explain the situation?
No.
Claire shook her head.
I called the cockpit repeatedly. I asked what was happening and begged them to turn back.
She paused, then looked at me.
Ava refused to communicate.
My heart sank.
What did she say?
Don't bother me.
Low murmurs spread through the courtroom. I frowned. Those words, I thought I'd said them, but when? Why? I couldn't remember. The prosecutor turned to the other crew members.
Can anyone confirm that?
Several flight attendants testified one after another. Their stories were almost identical. Ava refused to explain. Ava barked orders. Ava wouldn't let the crew disturb the cockpit. Ava didn't care that the cabin was panicking. Every new witness pushed me deeper under. Then Sophia took the stand. She was young and far more nervous than the others. Her hands were locked together. The prosecutor asked her.
Mrs. Martinez, did you hear Ava Reed refuse to communicate with the cabin?
Sophia looked up, first at me, then at Claire. Claire said nothing. She simply watched her. The color dripped from Sophia's face. Finally, she whispered, "Yes." I stared at her. She dropped her eyes, and I understood. This wasn't one witness. It was the entire Flight 217 crew. Their testimony sounded rehearsed. Every one of them told the same story. When the emergency hit, I lost control. I refused to communicate. I took over and shut everyone out. The prosecutor called Ryan again.
Captain Cole, what condition were you in?
Ryan answered.
I was injured, but I remained conscious.
I stared at him. The whole time, my lawyer gripped my hand beneath the table, warning me to stop. Ryan continued.
Ava was highly agitated. I kept trying to calm her down. I told her to stay calm, to follow standard procedure. Did she listen? No. She barely let me take part in any decision.
Ice filled my chest. Yesterday, he claimed he wasn't fully conscious. Today, he was the captain who'd calmly guided me from start to finish. No one cared, because the prosecutor had more evidence.
We request permission to play a cabin interphone recording from the emergency.
The recording began. Through the static came screams and alarms. Then I heard my voice.
Everyone, back in your seat! Fasten your seatbelt! Do not call the cockpit again! Follow my orders!
One command, then another. From beginning to end, only me. No Ryan. The gallery erupted again.
She took someone mutter entire cockpit.
That was exactly the entire cockpit. That was exactly how the prosecutor framed it.
Captain Cole, does this show that Ava Reed had rejected your authority?
Ryan paused for a second.
Yes.
I stared at the player. No Ryan. Still no Ryan. Not in the cockpit recording. Not in the cabin recording. Yet everyone treated his silence as more evidence against me, as if Ryan's silence was my crime too. Claire returned to the stand. The prosecutor faced her.
Miss Dawson, besides refusing to communicate, what else made you believe Ava Reed should not have remained in control?
Claire drew a deep breath, like she'd been waiting for this question. She said,
There was something else.
The courtroom fell silent.
People were already injured. We asked her to divert to the nearest airport.
She slowly turned toward me. Her voice never wavered. She flat out refused.